Welcome back to the Red Path. Today we're going to take a look at the Obliterator. According to the Horus Heresy novels, the first Obliterator was an Iron Warrior named Volk, who was possessed by a demon, Sararum, who took part in the subjugation of Angron on Deluge, along with Perturabo. Whilst the evolution of the Obliterators and the wider cult of destruction is somewhat hazy with retcons and typical Games Workshop lore changes, in short, a marine that is infected by the Obliterator technovirus devolves into a hulking abomination that fuses with its weaponry and sacrifices speed and agility for resilience and firepower. Commonly aligned with the Iron Warriors, the Obliterators nevertheless often find themselves sought out by many warbands seeking to profit from their overwhelming fire superiority in battle, and as such are prized allies. On the tabletop, Obliterators have a strong profile that is better served in legions that can use particular buffs, Iron Warriors and any that can utilise the Mark of Slaanesh being the most optimum. At 105 points a model, an Obliterator is a toughness 5, 4 wound, 2+, 5++ invuln model with a 24-inch range assault 6 random attribute weapon. In addition, they can deep strike via teleportation. They come in units of 1 to 3. They do have the infantry keyword, and then they have 4 attacks with Hateful Assault at strength 6, -1 AP and damage D3. In a World Eater's force, they suffer incredibly from lacking the Slaanesh keyword and thus no access to Endless Cacophony, but that doesn't make them entirely useless. Apoplectic Frenzy can place a unit of Obliterators in a commanding position turn 1, gaining a 1+ cover save if available while benefiting from Obscure. They can also benefit from an Apostle's +1 to hit before frenzying, and, with assault weapons, advance and still hit on 3s. Veterans of the Long War, Stoke the Nails, Kill, Maim, Burn, Wild Fury, Fury of Khorne, all these stratagems also apply to Obliterators. The best use I've found, however, at least in a more competitive setting, is buying just a single Obliterator, deep striking it, and then bringing it in turn 2 or 3 in a quadrant to retrieve Octarius. It's quite expensive, but the small footprint of a 50mm base, a single model with infantry at that is also quite resilient, that can score you a tough rod and also get you points for behind enemy lines or engage in all fronts in the same turn, and also doubles up as a threat that has to be dealt with, given that it has the potential to unleash 6 mini las cannon shots if it is left to survive. It's a fairly reasonable trade-off. Dara has previously pointed out that the unit is costed to be more effective with Endless Cacophony, and I certainly agree. Doubling a unit of 3's firepower is incredibly powerful, and single models are really worth serious CP expenditure. Nevertheless, just because they lack the opportunity for double shooting, you shouldn't necessarily write the Obliterator off, especially if your list functions around secondaries like Rod and Engage in all fronts. When our codex eventually drops, I would like to see some minor changes to the Obliterators. First off, I'd like Fire Twice to be a strat locked to them and not Slaanesh. Of any unit in the entire game, they are perhaps the one most dedicated to range superiority, their body and soul literally moulded into demonic weaponry. Whilst the random weapons profile is kind of fun, I also think that they should be able to have a more consistent output. Perhaps at the start of the game being able to attribute up to 6 points for the various traits, say 2 to strength, 1 to AP and 3 to damage, or any combination thereof. Whilst toughness 5 and a 2-up 5-up do feel right, they still suffer in the current meta with AP going on just about every damn weapon, so perhaps the ability to ignore AP1, even though I do hate that rule, or a -1 damage or some other resilience buff to truly elevate them above even Terminators as truly elite infantry. What would you like to see happen to Obliterators in our next codex? Drop a comment below or come join the Discord to discuss your favourite theories and your favourite units. Alright, that's it for this one, folks. Until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and kill main burn.